The best music for hard-working people. Get the job done with Radio.
And now your featured presentation.
Hey there, rockers! Welcome to Bands, the Good, Bad, and the Ugly with Dr. Dog on the show where we get real about the ups and downs of band life. Your host, Dr. Dog, is locked and loaded. So let's do this.
Ups and downs of band life. So let's get to it. Let's rock and roll.
The song you just heard was Never Stop Rockin' by Blade. And the doctor's guest is Blade today. How you guys doing?
Yeah, just fine.
Great.
Really good.
Great.
Yeah.
It was a great track. Docs want to tell you that. So why don't we get into this, and why don't you tell us a little bit about yourselves, introduce yourselves to the listeners and to the doc, and tell us what you guys have been up to.
Yeah, I can start. I'm Pepe, and I'm a vocalist of Blade. I'm living here in Finland, far away from US. So in Europe, North Europe.
Yeah.
We like heavy rock music here and hard rock, and I have been played since 80s this kind of music in different bands, and now we have played in playing Blade about from 2016.
7 years.
Yeah, we started as a cover band, and we started to make our own music 2020, and we have just released our first album.
Congratulations. That's awesome, guys. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
So can I ask you what cover band were you covering?
Well, we have been covering all classic rock bands like AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Bon Jovi, CCR, you name it. I would say a lot of classic, very known rock bands.
Ozzy, Black Sabbath, Dio.
Yeah,
That's great. You guys are playing some
Van
of the
Halen.
best music there is out there. So that's great. I mean, that's great to hear, because a lot of cover bands aren't covering that kind of music, and I really enjoy that. So that's great. That's great. So, speaking of playing, and you guys just released your album. All musicians have at one time or another played in venues that are real small. Okay, the stage is like miniature compared to what you guys need to have. So can you guys tell us a little bit about a venue and a time that you guys played?
Yeah, definitely. When we have played those cover gigs, we had our fair share of gigs in small, cramped venues.
Yeah.
There have been times when we barely had enough space for our gear, let alone moving around the stage. And but it can be a challenge, but those intimate shows can create a unique connection with the audience. So it's it's nothing like having a big venues, but
right.
Yeah, it's different.
But sometimes those smaller ones can give you that energy connection with the audience, like you said, and that can be phenomenal. That can be really phenomenal.
Yeah.
So,
oh yeah.
Henrik, you're the drummer, aren't you?
Yeah. He's drummer. And he get always his space.
I was going to say you need your space, dude. Forget the amps and stuff. You need those drums up there. So that's can make it really hard when you're playing on a small stage. The doc.
Oh, yeah, you got to say that again.
Yeah, it can make it really hard. So, so Henrik, how do you set up your set? I mean, is it a big set? Is it a small set? Just kind of curious, because I'm a percussionist. I'm a drummer, so I'm just kind of wondering about your set.
Okay. Well, normally I played it's a medium size, I would say. I have like 4 toms, like 10, 12, 14, and 16 inches, and 22-inch bass drum, 14-inch snare, 3 crash cymbals, 1 ride cymbal, 1 china. So
that's a nice
kind
set,
of like
though.
Medium size.
All percussionists, they don't need huge sets. They don't need small sets. They need a set that fits them. And that's the only reason I asked, Henrik, is that I was just kind of curious about the set, how you set it up, and what you play on, because a lot of percussionists out there think they have to have 100 drums and 100 cymbals to play, and you don't really need that. I think it's overkill sometimes. So,
I agree.
Yeah. How many piece is your band, Pepe?
We have there are 5 of us.
Cool.
Yeah. Drummer, 2 guitarists, bass player, and drummer, and vocalist.
Yeah, 5 piece can make it real hard fitting into that really small stage. So,
sure.
that's why I wanted to ask, because a lot of people can envision, well, just 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, but when you got 5 plus, it just crams up that stage even more. So we're going to go into a phenomenal song by Blade called Burning Eyes.
Yeah.
That's a great song, guys. That's an awesome song. So as indie artists, what role do you see social media playing in getting your music out there, in promoting your music, and hooking up with other indie artists? How do you see that working for you guys?
Yeah, social media is huge for us. It helps us reach our fans and promote our music, videos, everything. It's very big thing for us, and we use that a lot. And we put some money into it, because if you don't put money into it, you get nothing.
Well, it's a hard road since there's thousands and thousands and thousands of songs and artists out there on streaming platforms. It's really hard. So sometimes, you do what you have to do for your band. That's it. You do what you have to do for your music and your band to get it out there. So,
Oh yeah.
So
as we all know that the music industry has changed radically over the past few decades.
Yep.
And nowadays, it's that's give an opportunity for indie bands like us to stand out and to be heard through the social media and then through those open music platforms like Spotify and iMusic. But that, as you said, at the same time, there's millions of other indie bands like us. So the promoting on social media is very, very vital for us.
No, it has to be, guys. I mean, nowadays, back in the day when the Doctor was playing and still am, but we had only social media we had was playing in the clubs and getting our word out that way. We didn't have the social media platforms you guys have today. So that is phenomenal. But I kind of tend to think that artists get lost in the streaming platforms because there's so many out there. And unless somebody knows what they're looking for, it's really hard to get noticed out there. So do you find the other indie artists that are out there, do you see that they are a family? Do you see that they're trying to help you guys? Or do you see that they're really only out for themselves and they don't want to promote you on their sites because they're afraid that their audience will go to you? Do you run into that?
Yeah, I think there are both. Some bands, they are like a friends of us, and of course we are supporting to each other. But then there are those competitors, you know. Yeah. So.
And that's sad because I think we all should support each other. And if you're confident with your music, why do you have to worry if the audience is going to go to their music versus yours? And what stops them anyway? Because it's free will to listen to what you want. You don't have to listen to just one band and one band only. I think it would show unity if the bands would help each other out, promote each other, but I don't see it. And that's why I asked the question, because it upsets the Doctor that we all sit there and say, oh yeah, we're a great big family, but you're not, because you don't help each other. And that's bullshit. And, the Doctor calls people out on that is because, you say all this fluffy shit to me about, oh, we're a great family and we love each other and we help each other. And in reality, you don't. And I see it on social medias. I see how many likes and shares and comments there is. And I think it's just total bullshit. But, we're going to try to change that, guys. We're going to try to get that unity back to where it should be instead of, always hiding and fighting with each other. And not including each other, you know what I'm saying? So most musicians find that being in a band, and you guys have been in a band a long time, and Pepe, you've been in a longer time since Blade joined. How do you see that being in a band has transformed you guys, has shaped your lives, and then the identity of your music? How has that affected you guys?
It's not just about the music. It's about the shared journey and the deep connection you build with your bandmates. Okay, every band is different, and there are different kind of people, but you always get some kind of connection with everyone. And we've learned to work together, communicate, and compromise. And do you have something, Henkka? about that.
Well, that's a
But I think it's
good question.
more than music. It's about people and being together and having fun. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly as you said. But yeah, of course, the music has shaped or at least my identity. Well, it's quite difficult to say exactly how, but the music has been always my passion all of my life, and I've also had several bands and stuff, but this band Blade is one of the best things that happened to me in my life.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
And because we are playing such a old-fashioned music, you can say, so it's nice to find people who like the same kind of music, because there are not so many these days.
Pepe,
If you
just
compare to rap or some other stuff.
well, you just kind of broke my heart there when you said like old time music. That's true. That's true rock and roll, dude. I mean, no music out there will ever get better than the music that we've listened to and that you guys are playing. None. So to me, it's the original rock and roll that'll live forever. And people that don't listen to it, they just don't know what they're missing. I mean, they get caught up in this mainstream bullshit, and they just don't know what they're missing with good rock and roll. So speaking of phenomenal rock and roll, dropping now is Column of Fire by Blade.
And wondering why black parade and banging drums. It's too late, the damage done. They sell a cone of fire and flames right on the sky. She's burning at the stakes and say we're lost on the grind. Make us beyond the wall. She shot it out loud. She fades like a flower and she fades at the ground.
I like that song. Doctor really likes that one a lot. I really like that one a lot.
It's Henkka's song. That one.
Yeah, I have composed that draft or original draft. Yeah.
So, most musicians find in many different ways that that their music and their playing and the practice and everything that you put into it. And I'm going to back up real quick. Are you guys family men? Do you guys have families, kids, wives, so on and so forth? So you see what I'm going to get to is that you have to take care of the responsibilities of your family. That has to come first, and then your music. And that's the thing that people don't understand is that they think that musicians sit around all day and they sleep and then they party at night and they play and they have all this fun, but they don't realize all the sacrifices you guys have to put in to make your music. And you're taking time away from your family, and the doctor knows this. It's hard. It's sometimes you get torn. It's like, do I need to stay home, or do I need to spend time with them, or do I need to get to the studio? It can be hard. So how do you guys juggle that with your families? And number two, some are and some not. Are your families supportive of what you do and how much time you put into it?
Yeah.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't.
I had 20 years break with that. I didn't wear in any bands because I had 4 kids and a lot of things to do with them. So I started again 10 years ago, and now my kids are all adults and have fly away. So
out of the nest.
I have time for myself. But Henkka has different situations.
Yeah, I still have small kids. I have three sons, and sometimes it's difficult to schedule your practice time and gigs, and then of course the family goes first, so you need to schedule a lot of time for the family. So it's not easy. It's not easy always.
No. So given that, what do you feel is the biggest misconception of that people have of a band and people being in a band? What do you think that the biggest misconception is that they think?
Maybe it's that one, that they only come to kick and play and having fun. So they don't know it might take 10 hours before the gig that you start, for example, just after work, and booking gigs can be a logistical puzzle, especially when we have days jobs. So managing our gear, making sure everything is in working order, and transporting to gig is a constant effort. We have to make it every time, and it takes about 10 hours.
Yeah.
So
every gig day is very, very long. As Peter said, we bring and we assemble all our stuff ourselves.
Yeah.
And
we are roadies, road managers. And
And the gig fees at this level, they aren't very huge. And so you can't get very rich from this, but that, of course, it's not our goal either. So we wouldn't be doing this otherwise if this wasn't our passion.
Yeah, in Finland we have said that artist pays. It's some kind of joke, but it's always like that. Artist pays. They don't pay for it. Pay you. Somehow artist always pays.
That is so true, Pepe. That is so true. And I think something's wrong with that, don't you? That the artists are always paying. So, but those are the evils and the demons out there. And speaking of demons, we have a great song by Blade, My Demons.
But
want the doctor's demons. I'm glad you have your demons.
Yeah.
So, but
It's
that
just
was
my demons. The
is
song.
it your demons? Is that what it is,
Yeah.
Pepe? You got some demons, bud. That's all I can say. So, what do you think that people think about behind the scenes of music and the music industry and being out on the road and just a whole ball of wax of record labels, music industry, promotional, playing, and like you said, you guys set up everything. You're your own roadies, and people think that you guys walk into a gig, everything's set up, everything's tuned, the drums are set exactly the way you want them, and you go from there. But so, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't care. People, of course, they don't realize that it takes like the whole day to bring the stuff and assemble everything and set up everything, do the sound check and things like that. And then we just play the gig like 1 or 2 hours, and then we do all the same again. We disassemble everything and take them back. Of course, people they don't realize that.
And that's the thing is that, the doc tries to make it kind of really clear to our listeners that it's just not all fun and games for you guys. I mean, it would be great if it was, that we could walk in, everything's done, play our set, get off, have somebody take all of our stuff down, transport it back, put it away. It just doesn't happen that way. And so I try to get these answers from you guys and when I interview, just so it could educate the listener a little bit more on what you really have to go through. It's just not, hey, get up, get dressed, go to the gig, come back home, party, whatever. There's a lot of work. And you guys said 10 hours just to get ready for a gig. So, giving that and I know you guys have both been in bands for a long time. How do you guys handle the good and the bad reviews of your music, the comments, and at times the rejection of the music? How do you guys handle that?
We haven't had exactly any bad reviews of our music. Me myself, I have some criticism of my pronouncing English, because in Finland it's very important to pronounce English in American way or English way, and we're talking about rally English, because we have many good rally drivers here in Finland, and they speak special English, which is very near spoken like English is written somehow. I think it makes me stronger. It makes me practice more and make me better singer always next time. And I don't care about that. I just sing.
That's good.
How I sing and how I promote.
See, that's what I was waiting for. That's the answer I was waiting for, because you shouldn't care. And not everybody's going to like your music, and not everybody's going to say good stuff about it. And that's okay. But you have to like it. And if it's what you like and you're happy with it, who gives a shit what anybody else thinks? I mean, that's the way it should be. I look at it this way. I'm out there to play music. I love what I play. I love what I do. Not everybody's going to like it. So, fuck off if that's the way the case is. So, and sometimes you can feel like, nobody likes it. And that's when you have a spinning track coming at you called Alone by Blade.
Watching clouds slowly passing by. You're on my mind when all the lights are shining bright. If I don't
people have been surprisingly nice for us with this Joker and Clowns album. Only criticism I have heard is our cover picture.
Oh, really?
One from German. He gives was it 6 from 10.
6
The cover and music
for
was
the cover.
9 and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
He
wrote
didn't like
that,
the cover.
don't let the cover
We don't like. We
Yeah,
don't want
yeah.
this one. He didn't like it.
Oh, I like that though. That's a cool cover. You kept
but
that
music
cover.
was good. He
I
liked the
do. I
music,
like
and that's the most important thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, but so obviously you kept the cover because you just showed me a CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. When you keep your artistic ability and your creative drive intact instead of having somebody chop it apart, that's great. So, have you ever had to deal with creative differences in your bands, guys? And I know with this one, it doesn't seem like you do, well, at least from you two. But have you ever had to deal with the creative differences in the band?
Yes, I think that's something every band faces.
Yeah,
But,
I would say.
but
Not very
I think
huge ones.
we approach them as opportunities to grow.
Yeah.
For
Well,
example,
I would like to
with
say
this
that
album, we have a lot of different way to watch the songs and how we wanted them to be. But we compromise, and I think we manage quite well. What do you think, Henkka?
Yeah, well, 4 of the 5 of us are, I would say, creative songwriters, even before this band. And each one of us, we have a slightly different background and musical history. So there were a lot of drafts on the table when we start to make this album, this Joker and Clowns. And after everybody brought some song drafts, and we started to refine each song with the power of the whole band. And of course, there were various creative differences along the way, but everything was resolved, and we think that this album is a very versatile album, and it includes our own sound and twist throughout the album, the Blade sound.
That's great. It's
4 different composer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's good when you guys can collaborate like that together. So let me ask you this: when somebody brings something in, say I brought a song into you and the lyrics and the music, and it wasn't quite right, and you're trying to say, well, we need to change this and that, and I'm going, no, that's the way I wrote it. That's the way it's going to be. Have you ever run into that where somebody just says, no, I'm not changing stuff. I'm not gonna work with you on this. This is the way it is. Play it or not play it.
Well, that also happened, yeah. but sometimes we were able to resolve it easily. Sometimes, but well, we resolved everything. Yeah. What did Pepe think?
I was going to say,
Was there
I
any
think
major?
we quite usually try to play it different way, like Henkka wants or some other wants, and then we somehow compromise and find the way we will play it at last.
well, at least you guys
I
can
think
compromise,
we try different ways,
right?
and then we choose which we.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we have
It
tried
will take-
many times, many different options, and then we choose the best
Yeah,
one.
that's right.
well, if you don't try different options, if that's the case, then you won't know if that other option would have worked better or sounded better than the one you're using. So by changing it up and doing different options and taking other people's ideas, in the band, that that can relay end up being, oh man, I didn't even think about that. So that sounds great. So let's put that in there. Or it's like, nah, that doesn't really fit. But by you giving the other people a chance to try out what they want to, that's where your guys' band comes together and bonds, because a lot of bands won't do that. You know, they won't say, okay, we'll try your way, especially if they know that it's not going to work. But you guys do it, I think, just to say, okay, we tried it. It didn't work. Let's do it another way. And that's a great way to do it. That's a phenomenal way to do it. So speaking of phenomenal ways, tell the doctor and the listeners about some of the disastrous, messed up, fucked up moments that you've had in playing in the studio, because bands can come up with so many different ways that just turned out like crap. So tell us a little bit about one of those ways or a couple of those ways where it just turned out to be a disaster and just a total mess up.
Well, at least one gig comes in my mind first. I don't know if this is exactly what you are asking, but there was we were in a very small club, and it didn't really have even the performance stage at all. So we played in the middle of the dance floor, except I was behind one bar or column. I couldn't. There was a audience was particularly among us on the stage, and we somehow tried to separate the playing area with monitor speakers and other equipment. The whole place was full of people, and the audience was totally into us. People spilled shit and beer on the monitors and pedal boards, and we were just waiting for the moment that someone in a very bad mood bursts onto our faces, and it happened in the middle of a lead guitar player, middle of his guitar solo. Some drunk fell directly on the top, and there are broken glass everywhere.
Oh.
And Pekka's guitar solo, the song never stopped. We just kept playing, and it was remember probably forever.
And of course, those technical problems we had. For example, we had a gig in a Finnish biggest beer company's meeting. They have a night out, and we were there playing. And we had serious technical challenges because we couldn't get, I don't know, is it right thing, but it was splitter, which splits
For the amplifier.
high and bass. So we couldn't get that working, and we didn't know that it was that one what is broken, and we were lucky. We have very good sound engineer who figure out what was the problem, and we just got everything working before the show. But
yeah, it
was very close to disaster.
I was going to say, it's not good when your amps or your mics go out, or some of your drums fall off the pedestal because it's so small and you got too many drums, and it can be a real disastrous thing. So again, all bands, like you said, have their disastrous moments, and we work through them, and it shows that you're a true band and a true musician, because most would stop in the middle of a song when something's going on and look around, but you guys kept going through it, kept playing through it like nothing ever happened, and that's what a true musician and a true artist does in a true band. So let me ask you this. So in your career, in your time of being in different bands, have you ever got to a point where you just said, you know what, I'm done. It's just not worth it anymore. I'm done dealing with all the shit that I have to deal with. Bandmates don't want to show up for practice. They don't want to do this. They don't want to do that. I'm just done. I'm done. I'm over. And I already know what your answer is, but I'm going to ask you that. Pepe, have you ever felt that way, buddy?
Yeah, during the challenging times of COVID-19, we couldn't physically play together as a band. And in that time, some of us thought to quit the whole thing, and we have some problems then. But however, this strengthened our bond as a group and surprisingly led to the creation of new music, which you can hear now
Yes,
on
yes.
our album. Of course, I have had my own old tragedies in rock and roll. For example, I have stabbed in the back with my of my band 2 years ago, which I was played. We had album release party, and I get kickoffs by text message next week. So, but that's one reason we have this album now, and I wanted to show that I managed to get back on my feet and can write new songs. And
Well, to me, it's your old band's loss.
Yeah.
And they just put you in a direction that made it that much better for you. And you got rid of that.
that was blessing.
Yeah. And you got rid of that baggage that you didn't need. You know, you didn't need to be with
Yeah.
that band. So, and you've formed a phenomenal band. So, how about you, Henrik? Do you ever feel like that, bud, where you just want to say, you know what, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, of course, every now and then, especially after a long gig day, after like in the morning hours when you have just transported everything back to your our training place, it feels that is it really worth of that? But next day comes and you think that, yeah, it is worth.
Yeah. I think we all had those little thoughts of like quitting, but when the music is in your soul and in your heart, and that's what you're playing for, you'll never quit. I mean, you know, you might complain and bitch and say, I want to quit, but you're never going to quit because it's too important to you. It's too part of you. So we're going to hit one of your most phenomenal tracks, I think, and the title of your CD. And here's a great track, phenomenal track by Blade, Joker and Clown.
I'm ready to rock, I'm ready to roll. You got to get high before you taste the low. Nice guys finish last, let's break the rules. Now that party started, it's time to feel good. Oh yeah, yeah.
Rock on. That's phenomenal.
Rock on.
Rock on, buddy. Again, I love that CD cover. And speaking of the CD cover, why don't you guys tell us where we can find you, where we can get that CD, and any other merchandise you have, and also any lineups maybe of gigs or anything coming out in the future that we should know about now.
Yeah. The easiest way to get our CD and T-shirt will come there soon, is Spotify.
Okay.
You find us from Spotify and you can order there and you get one CD or
You can also order
T-shirt.
the CD from Spotify. Maybe everybody don't know that you can also order the CD from Spotify and also from eBay.
Yeah.
You heard it, guys. Spotify, eBay. Definitely go out and get that Blade CD. The doctor's going to do it for sure. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah.
So it's just great music, man. It's great rock and roll, dude. I mean, great rock and roll.
Nice.
So the doctor wants to say, guys, it's been great talking with you. I love your music. I know the listeners are going to love your music. Know that the doctor, MM Radio, and Magpie Sally, we're going to promote you guys like we do all of our artists that we love, because you guys are great. I see great things for you in the future and your music. Just keep on rocking. That's what I can say. So you guys have any last comments you want to make before we get to the end?
Well, never stop rocking.
That's it. Pepe, give me some words of wisdom, buddy.
Yeah, never let your demons get you down.
That's right. Keep those demons away.
Have fun.
And have fun. And that's the most important thing. Love what you do and have fun, and keep those demons down, except for that song by Blade, Demons. Keep that one wrong. Doctor wants to thank again Blade for joining him today. I had a great time. I hope you guys did too. The doctor wants to also thank and give a big shout out to MM Radio, Dogbone Studio, Magpie Sally, and the doctor's great guru technician, Matt Rustin. He keeps me on the air. So until next Friday, guys, be kind to each other and always keep rocking. Later.
Thank you.
The doc and Blade is out of here. Take care, guys.
Bands, the good, bad, and the ugly with Dr. Dog. On MMIMM, the show where we get real about the ups and downs of band life.
To infinity and tastiness with MM Radio.